Hey Harmonizers, welcome to this video with Bailey, who's one of the horses that we took on as a rescue or rehoming project, and he's doing really well and going to be heading out on his first trail ride with us. And this is Grace that's taking him out on a trail. She's been a student at our farm for a long time and also has been working for us, which is great. And she gets to take him out, and this is her first time actually riding him at all, but we thought we'd go for a nice relaxing trail ride, just focusing on the walk. And of course, he is wearing little scoot boots to help protect his feet from the rocks and the stones, because we've definitely noticed how sensitive and ouchy he is on stones especially. And the other horse that's going out there, that's Solar. So you'll see a different video update about how he's doing, because he's also from the same place that we took the 4 horses that we rehomed and are kind of getting them going again, giving them health care and everything like that. And this was super awesome because a truck literally turned behind us there, big, loud, and Bailey's just standing there like, okay, this is fine. So part of our trails, we're lucky we get to go down the side of our property where there's the snowmobile trails. And then if we want to get into the forest, we do need to cross the highway. And there is a horse crossing sign, so that makes it a little bit better, but we have to cross the highway, which can be a little bit intimidating, but it's also such a cool trail ride that we get to go on into the Pontypool Forest, because the horses get such a variety of experiences and exposure. And you can see Bailey's just standing super nicely at the side of the road. Solar, a little bit more anxious, like pawing their frustration of waiting. And then we get to do a lot of different things. So this is kind of riding through a bit of a field. There's steep hills, and we get to kind of practice that speed control. You can see we spread out a little bit on the trail because I am riding a horse in the back and hanging out far behind. Solar's way up ahead. And so we do some stuff where we're close together, and then we do some stuff where we're far apart, but we do it all pretty calmly and slowly, so that way the horses don't develop those herd-bound tendencies where they have to be right with the other horse. And there's all this different stuff that we come across. Like here we're going past big giant electrical boxes on the left, and they do make a bit of a humming noise. And then we get into the forest, and sometimes there's low branches. And here Grace was just fixing her saddle because it felt a little shifted there. And some of the trails are really narrow. The trees are very close. Some are a little bit wider. And because it's a public forest, some people are using it for biking, walking their dogs. Some people even dirt bike and things out here. And you're going to see in this video, we come across quite a few things along the way. So here, for example, kids have set up some dirt bike ramps. That's what you just saw there. And here's Solar and Bailey kind of riding a little bit more side by side. And now he's further behind, and you can see there's another little pony tailing in the back. So we switch up the order of go throughout the trail, which just helps make sure that the horses are easygoing with the flow of things. There's some super low branches, which make it a little entertaining on the trail ride. And then there's all sorts of other things that we come across. There's little Emma on Dare Bear in the back. Now Bailey's in front of me. So we're just switching it up, because then sometimes people say, oh, my horse can only lead a trail or only follow. And instead, we like to practice being anywhere on the trail, so that way the horse is just really comfortable all throughout. And overall, Bailey's just super chill and easygoing. Grace isn't having to do a whole lot as she's going on the trail. So as he's doing all this stuff, we're thinking, you know what, Bailey could really make a great leisurely family trail horse, or sometimes what people call like a second horse or a hubby horse, like a horse that you want to share on the trails. And this is pretty cool, where there's some dirt bikers there by their little jumps and things that they have there, and Bailey walks by. He has a moment where he takes a couple steps of trot, but really doesn't take a whole lot to ask him to slow down to a walk. That was just as they were getting behind us. And then here you can see the cars all zooming up ahead, and they can be pretty loud up in the distance too. And he's just cruising along, doing really well, wearing his little scoot boots to protect his thin feet that he's got. And overall, we're super impressed with how he's doing. And you can see for handling, he's really just settled into enjoying interaction with us. He's been very easy to bring along. And that's one of the things with these horses is they were loved. I think they were just not maintained in terms of their health care. So we've dewormed, we've treated for the lice that they had. We're getting on top of the trimming, helping their feet get a lot better. We're treating the thrush, all of that sort of stuff. And luckily there's no major issues, I guess you could say. Like he's seems to be a pretty healthy horse, and he's looking really shiny, and it's got a good weight to him. So all of that seems going really well. But we definitely noticed with his feet, even though we're trimming and we're getting on top of the thrush seems to be pretty much cured at this point. But he's still quite ouchy. So we're like, okay, how thin are your soles? What's going on? And so I'll show you towards the end of this video. We do end up getting the vet out to x-ray his feet so we can see what exactly is going on. And it does confirm that he has very thin soles, and basically the toes were left too long on him for quite a while. So we're probably going to put some front shoes on him just to help make sure that he's super comfortable. And then one of the other things we started to do is Bailey gets to take part in our summer camp because he's such a chill guy and he's enjoying being handled. Here's a little clip of him being in what we call a switcheroo lesson, where we let kids try a lap or two on the different horses just to try different horses out. And the kids can go around with no stirrups as well. So here's a little clip of doing a little no stirrups trot on Bailey. And he's doing really well. Like he tolerates people pretty awesomely. Here's another little clip from camp where they were figuring out the halter and what to do. And you can see he's just standing like a really good little gem while Emma there is figuring out what happened to this halter. It was kind of turned inside out. And he's just got a very gentle personality. And we're kind of at the point now where we're thinking, okay, we've taken care of a lot of the different pieces that he needed from us with treating the different health elements that he had. And now he's ready to find a home. And we're hoping that we're going to be able to find him a forever home where he'll be appreciated as like a nice leisurely trail pony, like leisurely riding pony, because of how long his toes have been and how thin his soles are. The vet doesn't recommend that he goes to a home where he'd be asked to jump or do a lot of cantering and stuff like that. Although with his shoes and the proper trimming schedule, he'll probably get to a place where he'll be generally more comfortable and can probably do some canters and things like that. But overall, especially with him being an older horse, he's, I believe, 18 years old, we want to find him a home where he can just, kind of take life easy and just be the nice chill guy that he is, enjoy some trails or, walking around the property, do some fun little things. And here's just a little clip of him having the vet take a look at him and do the x-rays. I'll show you a tiny little bit of those as well. And this was just to kind of, rule out like what is he well suited for in finding his forever home. Because that's the goal here, is to get these horses all into excellent health condition and then figure out where they could be suited best. And so this is a little look at, sometimes they lift their leg up, but you have to kind of reposition, and they place the x-ray down, and he's standing really well for all of that. The x-ray just shows those thin soles and that his toes need to be cut off a little bit, but otherwise he should be a pretty comfortable guy and happy to do a leisurely life. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.